everybody! This is Christian Pokemon Champion here with another video. Beating Pokemon Sapphire with 2 underappreciated bugs. By the way, let's do a count of how many times you cringed while watching this video. Once the video is over, tally it up and let me know in the comments how cringy I was. Now the rules. Number 1, I can only use Volbeat and Illumise. I believe it'll be too easy if I have both in the same file, so I'll be fighting with both in 2 separate runs. Number 2, other Pokemon are allowed as HM martyrs. Number 3, items during battle are not allowed, with held items being an exception, but not using them will be considered best practice. While these rules are pretty tame this time, wait until next challenge, it gets a little crazy. Illumise's base stat is 400, along with Volbeat. As you can see, the only difference between the two is that Illumise has higher special attack and lower physical attack, and Volbeat has the reversed. The problem, however, is that Volbeat does not learn a single stinking special attacking move. The only attack they can learn through leveling up are Tackle, Quick Attack, and Covet. Why do you only learn normal type moves? You're a bug! What were they thinking? At least Volbeat has physical attacks. By the way, did you know that Volbeat is also a Danish heavy metal band? By the way, I want everyone to know that if anyone makes a donation to my channel via Patreon or via live stream donations, all the proceeds from those will go to World Vision. Right now, World Vision is making sure that everyone gets masks, pairs of gloves, and gowns. They also provide water and other such resources to those who are going through poverty. Furthermore, all the proceeds that go to this place, I will double it. Meaning if you guys donate $1, I also donate $1. Meaning the Team World Vision gets $2 total. So make sure you donate, guys. Now let's begin! I named myself Job Jr. Slave labor! Do I really have to fix the clock? I mean, who even still uses analog anymore? Ah! 10-year-old child! Save me! I mean, do I have to? I replaced Trico with Volbeat and Illumise. If I didn't give myself a disadvantage, someone would scold me in the comments. Grumble, I'm already doing a challenge, Grumble. I named Volbeat useless and named Illumise pointless. I want my baby. Ribs. Exposition. Catching tutorial that no one likes. Finds a Ralts on the first attempt joke. Glad it's not a shiny at least. Tristan, what are you doing here? We're not actually facing each other. You're kind of just like looking past me. At the gym. Let's see what Useless can do at level 14. Not well. Training time. You having fun, buddy? Back from training. Initially, I wanted to train until level 25 because that's when Useless learns the move Signal Beam. But let's see what we can do at level 20. With Geodude, I intertwined Confuse Ray and Double Team. This is because I know that Quick Attack won't be enough for Roxanne's high defensive Pokemon. After making sure Geodude is confused and spamming Quick Attack, we Volbeat them. But pun intended. With Nose Pass, since Double Team is already maxed out, I did the Confuse Ray and Quick Attack Super Strat, giving Useless the win. For Pointless, they won at level 26, along with resorting to struggle to win. As you can see, Illumise is just a much worse designed Pokemon in terms of moveset and stats. Speaking of Pointless, let's go back to their run. Now it's back to me. After defeating Roxanne, I witnessed a robbery at hand. Stop! Please! I don't want to interfere. You must interfere. Stinking game make me into a good Samaritan. Fine. Pico! Kra! Kihal it all. Dude, are you having a heart attack? I defeated this pooch in 1 hit. Here's a great ball. Dude, I just literally saved your career, and all I get is a great ball. Now that we're given the plot device, letter, that we have to give to some dude named Steven, let's finally go to my gym. Whee! Dude, get out of my way. I'm way too stubborn to go around you. Fine, I'll just wait. I win. Uhura! Joseph! Dang, this cave has all my challenge Pokemon here. Now let's fight the gym leader. I used Quick Attack, and he used Bulk Up. Honestly, a little worried, so I used Charm to decrease their attack. Oh, he used Seismic Toss. Well, that's annoying. Let's just beat this guy as quickly as possible. Thanks to When You Wish Upon a Star, makes no difference who you are. This makes the playing field even, since Brawley uses items a lot. He uses items a lot. Brawley has a chance of becoming champion then. It's especially nice that fighting attacks aren't very effective against bug-type Pokemon. I keep forgetting that. Eventually, Pointless was able to bypass Machop. Next was Makuhita. Pointless Quick Attacked them, and they used Bulk Up. I thought they were going to spam Bulk Up, but then they used Knockoff instead. Attack of Quickness! Thrust of Armness! Because they used all their healing items on Machop, they were close to losing. They attempted to stall with Sand Attack, but that's not enough to stop Pointless. Makuhita was then taken down. Now that I gave the plot device to Steven, let's go back. Whee! What's this lighthouse even for? I mean, is it even a lighthouse? Here, bald man, here's the plot device. I have to pay to save your museum from these thugs. Fine. Stinking ripoff artist. Come on, Vogue. Let your body move to the music, move to the music. Now, fighting a month in mid-spring, I'm somewhat worried about practically everyone on the team. so I made sure Kagebushin no Jutsu was on. Combuskin got 3 attacks on me in a row. Under Kagebushin? I'm smelling trickery afoot. Luckily, I did win on my first attempt. Once I defeated a sick kid, sorry Wally, we can fight the next gym. Who in their right mind put open electric currents here where anyone can touch and get electrocuted? Seriously guys, I am 10 years old here. There are laws for this kind of stuff. Found some glasses. Enough silliness, let's fight insert punny name here. Toward the beginning, I did spam double team because paralysis is a thing. Please don't hate me. With 2 single beams, Metal Eyeball lost. After being paralyzed and healed myself, Pokeball lost and won. And now is 3 Metal Eyeballs. I realized that because they had Shockwave, to max out Kagebushin wouldn't help me out too much. So 2 of us exchanged blows until I got them confused, and finished them off with Quick Attack. By the way, it is to be noted that I only got confused once in 14 attacks. The chances of this happening are pretty low. I attacked 8 times in a row, which is about, well, that number. And no, I didn't use save states for this battle, so I need to stop complaining that I'm so unlucky, although Pointless won at level 45. Guess who's back? Back again. Pointless is back. Tell a friend. Alright, I need Rock Smash. This is embarrassing. Pikachu! I had an interview with these guys. You! Write it down. I might make a sentence with these interviews. You came to the wrong neighborhood. Wait, I should probably get out of here. I smashed the rock so that Romeo and Julia can be together. Must resist OCD. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Dang it! Whee! Well, that just doesn't seem very fair to me. This is not awkward. At all. Now that we bathed in the filth of strangers, let's fight the 4th gym. First off is a clump of lava. 2 covets was enough for them. With the second clump of lava, I coveted, and he used a flamethrower on me. One last covet was enough. Last is Charcoal Turtle. To make sure I survived their fire attacks, I used Wish. They used Overheat, which significantly decreased their special attack, just enough for Pointless to survive their next Overheat. Heal! When you wish upon a star. Knowing that the special attack is low, they instead used WWE tactics on me. Now the battle, here on out, was just Flannery and me going back and forth, healing and attacking. Because Charcoal Turtle was bulky, it took a while, but I eventually won. Now back to you, Useless. By the way, I did choose the bleep fossil. So there's not a whole lot between the 4th and 5th gyms, so let's just battle the 5th gym, I guess? Hey, Dad. Oh, it's you. Man, I have such dad issues. Toward the beginning, both Kerchak and Useless kept sleeping during battle. But once Useless woke up, I used Signal Beam, which took quite a bit of HP from them. While they loafed, I made use of the time to use Kagebushin, then finished them off with another Signal Beam. With Vigoroth, 2 Signal Beams were enough, along with a Moonlight to make sure Useless could have enough HP to fight off the second Kerchak. Initially, the last battle was normal, a little fighting, but then I'll just put the film in turbo, so it could explain the annoyance here. I mean, it's not that bad, but that's a lot of turns to take down Kerchak. I won this battle on my first attempt. My dad's name is Norman. His name is a play on words. You are my dad! I'm back! Boom, baby! A blueprint of some sort. It's too complicated. I mean, I guess? Just had another interview. The next word is R. There's gotta be a hidden item here. Game Freak! Ah! Alfred Hitchcock is at it again! Yet another interview. The final word is... That's my attempt to drum roll. Awesome! I got the Devinscope from Steven. Oh! I blew my cover! Run! I'm at the 6th gym leader. Let's see how we do. Endeavor. Wait, no! Well, that sucks. I guess it'll take about 8 more levels to beat her. With Swallow, I kinda needed to get them confused a few times. It wasn't necessary, but it'll make it easier and Pointless, so as to fight Skarmory there later on. 3 quick attacks, knocked them out. Next was Pelipper. I used Flatter, but apparently Pelipper is a very humble Pokemon because they never got confused. Fortunately, they missed all of their supersonics. A total of 4 quick attacks were enough to beat this one. Altaria was somewhat of an issue. Because I kept using Dragon Dance, they had the potential to defeat Pointless pretty quickly. This time around though, them getting confused and 3 quick attacks beat them. Last off is Super Skarmory. If you got that reference, you belong to a generation of YouTube that was truly fantastic. By the way, this particular Pokemon took about 7 minutes to win. Spoiler alert. So I'll just show you the entire fight and summarize a little bit. I use Flatter. It's a good thing that Flatter doesn't assist them since they only use physical attacks. Other than that, this battle is basically just me attacking them a ton and both of us healing once in a while. Stinking bulky steel Pokemon. Gee, I hope I don't have to fight a really tough trainer that specializes in steel Pokemon only, and I really hope they aren't considered one of the strongest trainers of the game. I'm foreshadowing. So because I forgot to record Pointless beating the 8th gym, I'll use the footage of Pointless fighting the 7th gym and show the footage of Useless fighting the 8th gym instead. Well, That footage ain't getting any loster. After beating the Team Aqua Grunts in their base, there's basically just water between the 6th and 7th gym. Just water. So let's check out how well we do against the 7th gym. Well, not well. This may need some training. In fact, I think I feel a song montage coming on. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Because I wasn't expecting to cover the 7th gym, this battle was in turbo. Despite Solrock knowing Flamethrower, it was Ludotone that was the difficult one, since I knew Hypnosis. Usually I would feint, because I would stay asleep long enough for them to defeat Pointless, but this time a crit took down Ludotone. Now it's just you and me. Solrock took a while to take down, since Quick Attack and Covet weren't very effective against his rock typing. That and this twin had a bunch of hyper potions. At this point, Solrock either used Flamethrower or Sunny Day, although toward the end, they began using Psychics instead. Maybe they lost a PP in their Flamethrower? Nonetheless, once they depleted their hyper potions, we finally defeated these twins at level 99. Now place down 2 face downs and end my turn. Your move useless. My turn. By the way, Volbeat won on his first attempt against the 7th gym. Kind of annoying how much easier this trial is compared to Pointless's. I'm a Rage Base. I like this puzzle. It's soothing. Must not given to OCD. Whatever. Oh wait, I'm about to fight the Grunt Leader without any PP in any of my moves, because I'm a little too lazy to go back to the Poké Center to heal up. Hopefully I'll win. Dang it! Captain Hook made a mistake, awakening Kyogre. What have I done? So you guys are just going to leave this child alone here in the middle of the ocean? Oh good, Steven! Wait, dude, where are you going? So apparently after surviving weeks at sea, fighting off dehydration and hunger, these bunch of adults, mind you, one of them is the 8th gym leader, and the other is a stinking champion of the entire region, and these 2 random ladies, want me to face off against some sea monster. Seems legit. Wavy screen. Special beam cannon! I like this puzzle. It makes me relaxed. Oh. This is not good. Sub-champ in the making. I hope someone got that reference. Well, this is easy. A single beam to the face was enough for Love Disc, 3 for Wishcash, because they use a Hyper Potion, 1 for Moustache, 1 for Ugly Mermaid, and 3 for Other Ugly Mermaid. Again, because they healed. This was done in my first attempt. Finally out of that stinking cave. It took way too long to get out. Worst victory road ever. We're finally at the Elite Four. Let's have Useless fight Sydney first. Because Sydney is a Dark-type specialist, my bug attack move will be useful here. His first Pokemon, Mightyena, unfortunately decreased my physical attack. Luckily, 1 single beam was still enough. Absol used Snatch, no idea what this move does even after reading the description, but it doesn't matter because they lost in 1 attack. Cacturne had the same fate. Sharpedo had Swag, so Useless got confused and got me with the Surf. And I got confused again. I hate confusion. They bit Useless, but once we got through confusion finally, another beam of Signalness beat them. With Jiraiya, they faked me out, leaving me with low HP. But again, once I got my attack through and won the match, they of course lost in 1 attack, since they are 4 times weak to Bug. Kinda weird to hear that a Pokemon is actually 4 times weak against Bug. So I have to admit something. I attempted to win this challenge without the use of HMs or TMs on Pointless. I haven't mentioned this up until now, because it would look weird if I'm only using Struggle to beat Phoebe. Also, this was an unofficial rule of the challenge. I just wanted to see if it was possible for Illumise to win without outside help, rather than using a TM. Anyway, since I'm only using Struggle, I'll just say how many struggles were necessary to beat each of her Pokemon. The first Cyclops was annoying, because of the curse. Hate that curse during single Pokemon runs. But once they didn't use it during this particular battle, it took God bless me. It took 3 struggles to beat them. Banette liked to use Will-O-Wisp. With no Will-O-Wisp, it took 2 to win. 2 for Saboyi, 2 for the second Baguette, and 2, along with the crit, for the final Cyclops. I was actually expecting worse, honestly. Back to Useless. Let's fight Glacia. First off is Glalie. I immediately racked up some double teams. This is to make sure that Useless had enough HP for a wall rain. Plus, Hail sucks. It's a good thing I have Moonlight to retain HP. Now that that's over, I used Signal Beam, but then they healed. My next Signal Beam took them down due to a crit. Celio also lost to a critical. Ha! Nice. The second Celio lost to 2. The second Glalie went through the same motions as our first. I used Signal Beam, they healed, then I used 2 more to beat them. That was Glacia's strongest Pokemon. I attacked, they got a Blizzard on me, which almost took me out. Good thing I survived because just one more attack and I won the match. The last Elite Four member, Drake, is next on the roster. The first Pokemon had some bad luck with Pointless. The first turn was wasted due to Protect, but I used Flatter, of which they immediately got confused. Then I attacked, and they got confused again. Another quick attack, and this time they got flinched. I'm feeling really sorry for this guy at this point. One more attack was enough. Next is Bug Dragon, that we all wish was an actual Bug Dragon rather than the typical Ground Dragon that we got. Anyway, I used Quick Attack and they got flinched. Dang, I'm getting really lucky with that. Another quick attack and they used Sandstorm. I then used Flatter to decrease the chances of losing HP. Instead of getting confused, they flew. During this awkward period where I have to wait for them to attack me, I decided to use Wish. They then finished their fly. Another quick attack, and then they responded with Morning Breath, whereby my wish came true. I wished for Tic Tacs for Bug Dragon. Unfortunately, Tic Tacs healed their HP. I quickly attacked them thereafter. Then I used another. But get this, I critted them and they were flinched, which gave me the win after another quick attack. This is pretty epic so far. Next is their second Bug Dragon. I swear, Bug Dragon 2 had it worst. I used Flatter and they got confused. I quick attacked and they got flinched. Another quick attack and they got confused. One final quick attack and they finished themselves off with confusion. Dang, man. I've never felt so lucky in my life. Next was Salamence. I'm gonna be honest, Salamence took more attempts than expected, so I was a little on edge. I've been trying to do these battles without Turbo, so you guys can see what's been happening. But I got irritated and used Turbo anyway. Hopefully you guys get the gist of what happened for Pointless to beat Salamence. Past that train wreck is Altaria. I coveted with a crit. They wasted a turn with Dragon Dance. Why do Altarias in this game like wasting time with that move? I coveted again and they danced. I attacked with my final covet, which got a crit. Dang, other than Salamence, my luck in this battle was astronomical. It is technically Useless's turn next, but I'll make sure I give a narration for both versions of Steven's battle. First is Useless. For Super Skarmory, because Double Edge doesn't do a whole lot, and Steven is a champion, so he has a lot of healing items, it took Useless 6 Double Edges to take them down. Also, Double Team will not be useful for him, due to Steven having Aerial Ace on Super Skarmory. With Relinquished, I need to make sure I healed after my last fight. I also used this time to spam Double Team, since Relinquish doesn't have a move that can't miss like Aerial Ace. I also made sure to drain Double Team of any PP, because I know I'll have to resort to struggle to win. Thereafter, it took 2 Double Edges to beat them. Dang, this is a long match. With Credilli, 2 Signal Beams were enough, because of Reflect. I used Signal Beam on Armaldo. Unfortunately, they have Aerial Ace too, so they got a little damage on me. Another attack and they lost. Aggron is out, and I used Moonlight to heal. Next was Double Edge. Do you see that damage? Dang, I hate Steel-type Pokemon, man. Once I had no more Double Edges, I went to using Signal Beams. Unfortunately, they healed, making this harder. Because this dragged on, I'll just tell you how many attacks were necessary to win. It took a total of 7 Double Edges, 13 Signal Beams, and 2 times where they got confused to beat Aggron. Because of my disadvantage, their bulkiness, and Steven's stinking healing items. Now I'm facing one of the strongest Pokemon of this generation, with only 1 Signal Beam and 2 Moonlights. Bring it on. Immediately I used Moonlight just in case, and I used my final Signal Beam. The only PP I have left is in Moonlight, so I had to use it. Now I'm resorting to Struggle, which did a lot of damage because of crit, which initiated their berry. A second Struggle. We're almost there. They missed. One more Struggle, and we finally beat Steven. Dang, man. You know it's a tough trainer if you have to resort to Struggle to win. Wait until you see how Pointless did it. Keep in mind, Useless was at level 85 with 39 attempts to win their run. Next is Pointless's run. Since I only had Quick Attack and Covet for attacking moves, none of my attacks were very effective towards Steel-type Pokemon. This meant that every Pokemon of his took a long time to beat. Unfortunately, I did have to eventually resort to using 2 PP healers because I didn't have enough PP to win. I feel that it was a possibility to have won had I 1. Properly EV trained Pointless, 2. Found all the PP ups and increased my number of Covet and Quick Attacks, and 3. I had a really good held item. It might have been a possibility to have won without such items. Ultimately, it took me a whopping 328 attempts at level 100 to beat Steven. This is the reason why I decided to talk about this match last. It was a long haul. This makes Steven the #1 most difficult opponent I have ever had during a challenge. Now surpassing Cynthia, who is now in 3rd place with 218 attempts, and Bertha has finally lost her reign and is now in second place with 269 attempts. Stinkin' Steven. A side note, I retried fighting Steven with Water Pulse on Pointless, and I won on my first attempt. Well, that's fun. So now both Useless and Pointless were put into the Hall of Fame, along with Tot, Uhura, Bellsmart, MC Hammer, Groot, Shiitake, Jock, Joseph, Cow, Coughing, and Akings. My goal is to make sure I do that in my first breath every time. This is gotta get tough, man. For Useless, it took 28 hours and 53 minutes to beat the game. And for Pointless, it took 77 hours and 30 minutes to beat the game. That is a bit of a difference. Now before we end the run, I decided to rename Pointless to Priceless because no matter how you feel about yourself, you will always be priceless. And I renamed Useless to Purpose because every one of you watching has a purpose for your life. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please let me know by liking it. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell looking thing so as to not miss any of my future videos. Lastly, and most importantly, if you have anything you want to pray about, let me know and I'll pray for you, especially during this difficult time. These are my favorite comments, so please let me know. With that, I bid you adieu. Farewell, Felicius.